day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, y'all, let me know if y'all can hear me. Put a yes, we can hear you in the chat if you can hear my voice, y'all. Amore had to get some sleep, y'all. But hey, let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me drink some water. I don't want to sound like a whole man over here. All right, I see we can hear you. All right, y'all. Well, welcome back, baby. This is Briana and Latruth Court Updates Part 1. I think I put Part 1, didn't I? And the reason why I said Part 1, let me put Part 1. Part 1. What kind of Part 1? Part 1. Because there's going to be multiple parts, okay? All right, so the paperwork has not dropped, or I have not received it yet, okay? I've been checking, and my we've been checking, and it's not there, okay? I got, I ain't gonna tell y'all already know what it is. Who sometime help a sister out, but anyway, so we have not seen it. However, thanks for the super chat, y'all. However, we're gonna still talk about it. We're going to talk about what we can talk about, okay? Hey, break room. Hey, everybody. She said, dang, I must have missed my membership subscription again. It's okay, baby. You can go ahead and renew that thing, girl. Turn back grain, honey. Turn back grain. But so we don't know the outcome of everything, but what we do know is the consensus of what was told out here on this here internet is not true. Okay. It's not true. Now I will say tonight is going to be a lot of opinion. So y'all see this, everything that's coming out of my mouth is allegedly, right? It's going to be a lot of opinion going on tonight. Well, there's always a lot of opinion going on. Okay. And what I mean by that is, she said, did you monetize the video? Yes, I did. And thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be looking out for me. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's monetized. Thank you so much, okay? She said, just in someone's bushes, they really think Robert getting full custody. Well, Yolanda, it's good that you said that, right? I can 100% confirm that is not happening, all right? And I just want to say, let's just brace ourselves. Whatever the outcome is, we're going to brace ourselves. And what I mean by that is, y'all remember, or do you remember when Cora and Justin was going through their ordeal, and Justin had this 100 and, oh no, it wasn't even 100. I think it was like 300 and something page document against Cora, and everybody like, oh my God, you got all this stuff against Cora. And then they ended up going back to court and just basically sticking to the original write-up, like saying, all right, we're going to abide by the original court order, and we're just going to basically move in peace. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that everybody was thinking that Cora was about to be creamed, or Justin was about to be creamed, and then at the end of the day, the judge said, listen, I need y'all to move in peace. Do y'all remember that? Okay. So I want y'all to say, don't be alarmed if something like that happened, okay? Don't be alarmed if the judge told them, listen, y'all need to figure out a way to work this out as a parent and co-parent relationship type thing. You know what I mean? Custodial, non-custodial, whatever, right? And then put nobody in contempt. Now, I don't know if that's 100% what happened, but that's what I am going to assume based on the little itsy bitsy pieces that I have gathered from the people that were in the court that got kicked out of the court. Well, not kicked out of the court. They said they left on their own. I don't know if they was kicked out or not or anything like that. Okay. So, but don't be alarmed if something like that happens. Don't be alarmed if they talked it out and agreed to co-parent peacefully. Okay. Now I don't think that we would be angry if that's the case, right? But I think that if Latruth supporters found out that that is the case, they're gonna be madder than the mother. You understand? Who said it? Wait a minute. Somebody said it. Sassy said, we won't be mad or upset because he was the idiot trying to drag Bree to court, not the other way around. Yes, Sassy D. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know 100% if that is the case, but I'm almost leaning toward that. She said, I think the judge was tired and told both of them to shut up and clean the mess up on social media. So Bailey, I'm assuming that's what happened as well. Okay. I don't know 100% yet, but I am assuming the judge probably told them, y'all need to cut it out. Okay. Put out a statement, because they both have put out a statement. Nothing is going to happen. But I don't think that the child support thing is going to be overlooked. I think that he will be held accountable for on child support. You just don't walk into court, y'all. Let's just be honest. I mean, we're not dumb over here, and we're not oblivious. We're not going to pretend that there was not a whole, a chunk of child support not paid and not even attempt to be paid. So I do believe that he will be held accountable for the child support that he owes. But as far as all those other bullshit, or he still got me posted, she still got me posted, she said this about me on social media, she's talking to this person, or she did this, or she didn't let me do that. I think all of that was just, y'all need to straighten that shit up. Y'all need to figure that shit out. Okay. So I don't know 100%, but that's what I am leaning toward. That's what I will put my money in the basket at. Okay. But we will find out when the paperwork released. Now, we believe that the paperwork was filed late because they, sometimes a court will wait to the end of the day and you may not see anything until tomorrow. Okay. So we may not see the paperwork until tomorrow. So we can't definitively say what happened. She said, what about custody? See, and that's where people was just talking what they didn't know. There was no custody case. There is no custody. Let me just say it like this. The custody case was filed, but the custody case was not entertained. There is no custody case. Let me just say it like that. There is no custody case. Robert will not win custody. I've been told y'all that. Briana has to be found unfit, and Briana is not found unfit. Briana don't do anything to lose her children. Okay. So that will not be happening. And that's, I can 100% guarantee you on that. No. Let's take 100% off the table. Let's take 100% off. I can 1,000,000% guarantee you that will not happen. Okay. A 1,000,000% guarantee you. Amore, you heard it here. Amore can 1,000,000% guarantee you that Briana will not be losing custody. Okay. Now that's one thing Briana is not, and that is an unfit mother. No matter how much anybody, and hear me good. I'm leaning in a little further. Hear me good. No matter how much anybody wants to paint her as a bad mom, I don't give a damn what she stir her eggs with. I don't give a damn how many times she has pasta throughout the week. I don't give a damn what people have came out here and put out here on this internet. Briana is not a bad mother. Matter of fact, she's probably one of the best moms I've seen that's her age, around her age. She juggles a lot. Okay. Her kids are definitely her pride and joy. She loves her kids. You know what I'm saying? She don't just buy them shit. She talks to her kids, communicate with her kids, love on her kids. You know what I'm saying? Connect with her children. Now, of course, she ain't no perfect mother because there ain't one. Okay. So trust and believe that she said all Bree has ever asked was to co-parent in peace, and she just wants to live her life. Bree is an amazing mom. Absolutely, that is true. So 1,000,000% she would not be losing custody of her kids. She has not done anything to lose custody. Okay. And the father knows that. That was all just to appease his supporters. He know that he will not get that. Briana hasn't done anything for that to happen. So I do believe that everything is still good. Oh, and as far as, like, say, for instance, I heard them was saying things like her daddy, or she definitely going to be held in court because of her daddy situation. I don't know 100%, but I don't believe that a judge will, take visitations away from a grandfather who has been there the children's entire life. So I think they're going to be very disappointed when, when the court records hit and they find out that the judge is not non-human. Okay, the judge is human. People do make mistakes. We understand it. Please hit the like button. They say there's only 266 likes, but 500 people in here. Can we please, just for 1 second, you guys, just step out, hit the like button, and just step back in for your girl, please? Thank you so very much. Okay. She says, I wonder what happened about her dad. I can't wait until the paperwork comes out. Exactly. I think the paperwork will be out tomorrow, but I don't think no judge in their right. Let me tell y'all something. Since I've been going to court and dealing with this, and when I say going to court, just because I'm not physically in court don't mean that I have not been going to court. When my lawyer that I have paid step up in court, and he comes back and give me a back brief of everything, baby, trust and believe that means I done been to court, okay? So what I have learned about court since everybody named mama trying to take me to court is the judges are not stupid, okay? They actually listen. They actually look for intent, malicious intent versus, oh, this just happened type stuff or whatever. Oversight or overlook and things of that nature. Okay, they're human, but they're smart as hell, and I love that. I love that they can look at and see things for what it really is. I love that they can say, "Oh, okay, 1 + 1 is 2." They can connect the dots, and I do believe that the dots were connected today, as they've been in a lot of court situations that I've been to. Okay. Or been involved in. The dots have been connected. So again, I don't know 100% of what's going on, but I do believe, because of the little itsy pieces that I've heard from people that were in court, and based on, just my knowledge of court and things of this nature, I believe that the judge did a Cora and Justin and told them, clean up your pages once again and put a statement out or whatever, and y'all co-parent in peace. Figure it out. I do not believe that Briana was held responsible for telling him updates of the school. That's not her responsibility. That's his. He cannot hold her responsible of his parenting responsibilities. He has to be a parent himself. He cannot hold her responsible of shit that he should already be doing. Okay. I think for a second that he thought that they were still married, and that she's supposed to do married wifely duty shit. Tell me when the first day of kindergarten starts. Tell me when her report card comes out. You need to tell me when the award show. That's not Briana's responsibility. He got to figure it out some way, somehow. He got to be a big boy. He got to pull his big boy panties on. If he could put a wig on, he could pull his big boy panties on, okay? I believe that the judge said, nah, bro, you need to get it together. You need to figure this out. She's no longer your wife, so she can no longer spoon feed you. You got to go out there and be a man, okay? So I do believe that, I don't know 100%, but the judge probably laughed at him and said, are you serious? You want to hold her in contempt because she won't hold your hand? She won't spoon feed you? So nevertheless, again, I do think that we're going to see a Cora Justin situation where the judge tell them to go and be great. But I do believe that he's going to be held responsible for just, saying, fuck it when it comes to his financial obligations of baby Amore. Because you just, no matter how much you feel. And what I tell y'all when I was reading that paperwork yesterday, when I was reading the paperwork, one, I already said facts over feelings. And I also said, you can just put lies in a court document all you want to. But if you don't have no facts, no proof or anything, you can say whatever you want. And what I was reading yesterday, it seems that he went out and got an attorney at the very last minute told the attorney a whole bunch of shit. The attorney typed it up, right? And then the judge like, nah, bro, you can't, you have not proved any of this. I don't know 100%, but that's what I'm assuming. So I believe that all of that shit got tossed the fuck out, and they were told to co-parent in peace, put up a statement, and I believe that he's going to be held responsible for child support. That is what my belief is, but we won't find out until tomorrow, baby. So, but what I do say is he will not be receiving no custody of Momo, okay? Briana is not unfit. I don't give no damns of what anybody have to say. They cannot like her. They cannot like the way she sneezes. They cannot like the way she breathes. They cannot like the way she laughs. But that does not mean that she is an unfit mother. Now, I do believe that Briana will continue to move on with her new family. Briana has a new family, right? That they are really working together in trying to live peacefully. You understand what I'm saying? Live peacefully, iron shit out, and move accordingly. And, people want to hold over her neck, her past. Or say things like this or say things like that. They want to do that so bad, right? Hold shit over her neck or whatever, over her head. They can try to all they want to. They're wasting their times. Okay? They're literally wasting their times. Oh, and as far as court fees, I believe that they had to pay their own damn lawyer. No matter how much they try to come out and say, let the other one pay. I do believe they're going to be stuck with their own lawyer fees, okay? But I do believe that nobody was held in contempt, except for they just was told to move peacefully and get it together. And well, let me take that back. He's probably going to be held in contempt for child support. I can almost, I don't know 100%, but I can. If anybody was held in contempt, it was him for that. Okay, if anybody, I don't know 100%, but. Just based on the statement alone, you got to read between the lines. Based on the statements alone that they were told to write, I can almost guarantee this is a Cora Justin thing. We've seen it unfold right in front of our eyes. This is a Cora and Justin thing that nobody held nobody in contempt for, in no internet shit, none of that or whatever. Okay, and but what I do hope is that we could see Momo, well, not even just Momo, but the family fly overseas. I hope that we'll be able to see that real soon, because, just because him being a father don't want to see his daughter enjoy her siblings don't mean that it's right. Okay. So hopefully we'll be seeing, she said, Amore, I can't wait till you read my super chats just so I can hear it out loud. Okay. I'm gonna read it in just a second. I do believe we'll probably be seeing the family travel overseas and things of that nature. See, you got to understand, you don't need a whole lot. Like we seen Justin go run down there and with this 300-page document and everybody like, oh my God, he's standing no business. He's standing no business. I think that is the funniest ever, that people can go to court and file all these lies. You remember Justin said that Cora had a sniper rifle. Y'all remember that? Justin said Cora had a whole sniper rifle on his ass. We knew that he was just pulling up a whole bunch of shit in the document. And it seems that his twin did the same, okay? Just a whole bunch of shit. He was like, oh, I done came out here and told these lies on her, so let me just put it in the document so it seemed like it was really true. Okay, so I do believe things like that took place. Let me just throw this lie in there. Let me throw that lie in there. Ooh, this sound good right here. Ooh, this sound good. Let me put this in there. Ooh, this one really gonna get the crowd going, and we may even go viral, and people gonna really think that she's a sucky person and a horrible person for doing this. And ooh, let me say she kept my kids away. Ooh, let me do this. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that that's what happened. Based on what I was reading yesterday, I do believe that's what happened. And so I just believe that, yeah, a lot of people are going to be upset, but I don't think it's going to be us, if you will. She said, I thought Bree got Momo passport without RH signing. I wasn't aware of that. I knew that she was trying, but I don't know about that. But I do believe that after today, we may, you know, we you know, who knows? We might see we might see the family, you know, traveling abroad peacefully with their peaceful selves. You know what I mean? She said, Amore, what do you think will happen moving forward? Do you believe RH will leave her be or still antagonize and harass her? My opinion, because he's demonstrate narc behaviors, I believe that he will continue to harass her and antagonize her. And I believe that his supporters about to be mad. You know, I just believe that his supporters might be angry. I don't know. But hold on, let me read since Sonia's, she told me to read her. Let me just, thank you, Vera. She said, we're here tonight. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Lakeisha. Put that ish on the floor. Thank you, Ms. Bonner, for becoming a member. Thank you, Carmelita, the real goat who can break any live down. Keep up the good work, Amore. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Gloria. Get in here. Get in here. Amore Miles and Loud. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Sonia. Appreciate you, baby. Deborah, appreciate you. Kayla, Amore is a go. Okay, here it goes. Since Sonia. So he got his place front toupee lined up, dyed and shaped for nothing. They tossed it out like they should have did that lace front. You so funny, girl. Oh, you so funny. Thank you, baby, so much for that super chat. And thank you, Miss Deborah, being a member for 10 months. So again, you guys, I don't think that we're going to be upset because I think we just really been all about his support is going to be 38. Girl, you so funny. You so damn funny, baby. Listen. He definitely gonna keep harassing her. Narcissists don't stop. Yes, I do believe that he probably will be very upset with Miss Briana, and the reason being is because I don't think that at the end of the day, I think that his supporters may be upset if they find out that they did a Cora injustice, and I think they'll be upset. I honestly do believe they'll be upset. And another reason why I think they'll be upset is because they're the ones that came out here and lied to their people, telling their people that Briana was going down, that this was it. She's going to lose her child. She's going to jail. She's an unfit mom and all this other bullshit. We already knew that wasn't going to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? We knew that that was not going to happen. And then Bree didn't put a lot of bullshit in no document. Bree didn't just go and say, let me grab something out my ass and out my feelings and put it in this court document. I'm not going to do that. And let me just say this right quick. Y'all remember when I told y'all sometimes you don't have to say much. You just have to let things play out. Because it's the burden of good afternoon. Okay, I got you. But the burden of proof is on who? The burden of proof is on the person that the burden of proof is on the person that's bringing up the story. So if you're going to go to court and just make up a bunch of shit, right? The burden of proof is on you. You got to figure out how you're going to get that judge to believe it. Okay. Now, but I will say this. I don't know 100%, but just from the, talking to the court and the bailiff and whatnot, I do believe that the judge saw the play. So let's go back a little bit, y'all. Y'all remember when I told y'all that the court was called and was told that there was somebody videotaping? I thought I was the only one that called a court. I'm come to find out that it was more people called a court because somebody else told me. Amore, I called a court too. I was like, you did? Okay, so I wasn't the only one that called a court. So it was really an emergency thing because several people called. But I will say this. I want y'all to picture in y'all head for a second, okay? Let me drink some water. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I want y'all to picture something in your head. She said, read my super chat. Okay, hold on. Where you at, Tisha? Oh, here you go. She said, do you think he sealed the documents? No, I don't. I don't think that this type would be sealed. No, I don't. I think we would know tomorrow. Okay, baby. But thank you, honey. I appreciate that. And I love the way y'all asking questions with a super chat. Hey, baby, I park the brakes and go read your super chat. I mean, your question with a super chat. Anyway, listen. Y'all picture this in your head, okay? Can you imagine? This is a family court, right? Or is contempt court. Can you imagine all the court officials, whoever's in there, the judge, the bailiff, the reporters, the people that do like the typing up, transcribers and stuff like that. Then the lawyers, their client, and then just people there for him. People there for him. I want y'all to picture that in your head. A whole courtroom, and the only people in the audience is his supporters. Okay? 3 of his supporters. 1 don't know the other 2. 2 sitting together and 1 don't know the other. So when the judge got wind that there were recording going on in the court, okay, cool. Somebody else just texted me and said they called a court too. So it was more than 2 of us. It was quite a bit of people that called a court. I didn't know that. I didn't know you did, but thank you. Thanks for telling me that. Okay. So anyway, but can you imagine only his supporters showing up? So look how messy it looked though. Okay. So look how messy it looked. You got a baby daddy walking in the court saying that this person is harassing me, vilifying me, manipulating me, have her supporters forming groups and hate groups against me. And this person is telling, her people to mass report me and, excuse me. So it looks like he put in the paperwork that she is the one that's sicking her fans and her supporters and doing this and doing that on me. But then nobody show up to court for her, but 3 individuals and 1 with a camera. Okay. 1 with the camera and a picture that we took and sent in, right? And that picture was from her live. The girl did a live and said, I'm here. I got boots on ground or whatever the fuck she said. I think she said I'm live or whatever the case may be. So can you imagine a whole court with only Robert supporters in there outside of the court officials? So it made it look like all that stuff that he said was actually him. He screwed himself. Now, I don't know if he told these people to come to court. I do believe he knew they were coming. I do believe he knew they were coming, but it made him look bad. Horrible. They made a very bad mistake by showing up to court with 3 people and then having somebody online streaming the shit. Do you know how bad that made him look? That made him look, the shit that he put in that paperwork was all because that's what he was doing. Baby, when I tell you that made him look so bad, I'm talking about I don't know what the hell these people were thinking. Now, I ain't even gonna lie. Before all of this, I did say I was gonna go to court, and I think a couple of other people said they was gonna go to court. Okay. And we were asked not to. Now, one thing I will say is Briana is very smart, okay? And she knows how to, she's smart, intelligent wise as well too. She knows how to fight her own battles. Briana will tell you in a minute, I don't need you to support me like that. Support me by buying my merch, by, shouting out my content. You understand what I'm saying? Share my content. Like my posts. I don't need you to support me by fighting. I don't need you to support me by talking about my ex. I don't need you to support me in that manner. Okay. And I don't need you to support me in court. Okay. Briana knew that she didn't do the things that she was accused of doing. So she was like, I don't need you to come to court. I don't need any of that. Okay. I need you to share my stuff, my content, my positive content. Okay. Or whatever, right? Anyway, let's continue. So with that being said, I do believe that he knew those people in court, and I do believe he knew they were coming. Okay, I believe because the way Tay Diggs was like, yeah, we got boots on the ground, and Robert has checked in, and Briana is downstairs at the elevator. When I tell you She knew everything that was going on in court for that second. And girl, when I tell you we was clipped, now I know what I did. I don't know what the other people that sent things into the court, but I know I sent 5 clips of Tay Diggs acting like she had spot on information of what was going on in court. Okay. So I believe that hurt him a lot because baby, look how it looks. Nobody in court but Robert and his messy crew. And the reason why I say messy, because that shit looked messy. What happened was messy. There's no way that Tay Diggs should have known what was going on inside of a courtroom. There's no way. Is no way that she should have known that. There's no way she should have known that Briana was still downstairs on the elevator. There's no way she should have known. So somebody was in court feeding her information. Okay? So, and then from listening to this girl named Tabitha live, because I did get a link to go over there. She said they phones was confiscated. Okay. You know, I heard the judge was pissed off, like really mad, angry. So, you know, for them to pretend that they're so smart, they made one of the dumbest moves today. But I actually like it. And the reason why I like it, because it allowed the judge to see that you claiming one thing, but look what you did. Look what you did. You bringing all these people to court, or, you know, and even if he didn't tell them to come, he didn't tell them not to come. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you remember when I told y'all it's not always what you say, but sometimes it's what you don't say. Okay? We were told not to come to court. We were told we don't need you. I don't need you in court. I got this. I need you. I need your support in other ways. Okay. All right. So with that being said, it looked messy and it looked like it was some bullshit. So I don't know who Bright Idea was. I think it was Tay Diggs or whatever. And she screwed it because baby, when I tell you, it don't matter how good you package shit up. It was a bad fucking look that you got 3 women in court with phones, a laptop. Who takes a laptop to court? Who? A phone, a laptop. And we got a picture of your ass saying, I'm at court, and we got a hollering unicorn saying, I got boots on the ground. I got eyes in the court. I got boots on the ground. I got eyes in the court. Hey, listen, I actually think that it was pretty freaking amazing. I don't normally listen to Tay Diggs, but I did today. And Tay Diggs, girl, you did your big motherfucking one, baby. You did your big one, okay? So again, you got a woman with a laptop and a phone. Then you got 2 other women with phones. Okay. They claim they weren't involved, but whatever the case, it looked messy. It looked horrible. They literally made Robert look like soup sandwich. It made him look messy. It made him look dramified. It made him look like everything that he was accusing Briana of was really him. And then this team Latruth shit. Briana don't even say Team Bree no more. She dropped that shit. She dropped all of that. Now, it ain't no Team Bree. She already came out here. I don't need no team. I don't need no team. Supporters, yes, but I don't need no team. Because team indicate me against you. You understand what I'm saying? Again, let me say that again. Team is me against you. She said, I don't need no team. I just need supporters. I need those that's going to support me, but not saying that you support me and you can't support nobody else, right? She's like, I just like my supporters. It ain't no team. They mommy and daddy. When you start hearing people say team this, team that, that's division. That's opposition. That's me against you type shit. So she don't say Team Bree no more. She left that way back in the past. It ain't no Team Bree. It's not a Team Bree. That shit is a blast of the past. She just has supporters, and we are her supporters. You know? So, but him, team this, team that, team this, team. Well, his team showed up in court and tried to do some fuckery. They tried to go in there, and I don't know if it was their intentions to record the entire court proceedings. I don't know. But I got the part where she said, I don't have to wait until the documents hit. We're going to know about what's going on before it hits. Well, my question to Tay Diggs, do you know, girl, do you know what went on? Your plan failed. Her plan failed, you guys. And she should feel like a damn fool because she literally almost got that girl locked up. And she probably almost got Robert locked up. Okay? She probably did. I don't know 100%. But the way they made it seem like it was, you know, like they were going to do something about it. Like, yes, thank you for calling. Thank you for sending this. Oh, it's on and popping type shit, right? It wasn't no, okay, thank you for calling, ma'am. Appreciate you. No, it was like they were happy that we literally just told them that somebody from their courtroom, right? Somebody from their courtroom was sending and feeding information back to a loudmouth on the internet. Now, I don't know if this girl drinks, smoke, or sniff, or snort, or whatever. But she had to be snorting something to think that what she did was a bright idea. Now, because y'all know we don't move like that. We don't move like that. There had to be, y'all know how the Breakfast Club come out and say donkey of the day? That is the donkey of the day type shit. She gets the donkey of the day award because that's exactly what it is. Even if she did have, and I'm not teaching nobody to be a criminal because that's a criminal offense. You cannot do that. But even if she did have eyes in the court, to come out here and tell the world like that, and act like it was a internet, a YouTube thing. She did it for views and for super chats, and that shit backfired on her ass and their whole team. Their whole team. It backfired. That had to be the biggest no-no. If I would have done that, I would have tapped out. I would no longer blog about his ass no more because I would know that I just screwed him. Tay Diggs screwed him. Those women that was in court trying to film that shit and send shit back to her, they screwed him. He screwed himself, though, for allowing it, and he also screwed himself for putting a whole bunch of lies in paper documents. I mean, in court papers, court documents. Okay? But I think that he probably wanted people to think that he was really standing on business because, you know, they have threatened a few times and said, if you don't stand on business, we're not going to support you no more. So I believe that it's going to be, in my opinion, I don't know. But I kind of feel that it's going to be some people very upset tomorrow. They're going to be crying. And when they do, we just going to throw some tissue at them. Right? But I don't think that it's going to pan out the way they think it is. And I think Lou probably owe her people some apologies. I don't know how many times she probably said, pay attention, y'all. Pay attention now. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. All lies. If they don't hear it from nowhere else and they can think I'm a liar all they want. Briana's not losing custody no matter how much they try, they twist, they turn, they poke, they prod. Briana's not losing custody of her daughter. Briana is the better parent. Just look at it for a second. Do you think the better parent is somebody that got crazy ass fans coming to court willing to risk their livelihood because they could have been in jail? Do you think that's a good thing for a parent? Oh, let me give him the child. He's the better parent. He got people up here trying to film shit. Now, I will say this. I don't think that he knew that they were filming it. I think he knew they were coming, but I don't think that he knew that they were trying to film shit from the courtroom. They're just dumb. But, you know, in my opinion, he ain't that bright. You know, I've been blogging on this man for damn near almost 3 years, and I have noticed he's not that bright. He's not that bright. He can stand to go back to night school. Seriously. But anyway, with that being said, y'all, We threw a monkey wrench in their plans because we're smarter than them. You know, they gave it to us though. It's nothing that we had to go search and find, dig and pry. Nope, they gave it to us. They literally came out their mouths and said, I got boots on the ground. I got eyes in the court. They literally gave it to us. It wasn't no, oh, let's try to see what we could do. Let's try to get them. It was nothing like that. They literally handed us the motherfucking key. They said, here you go, Amore. Amore, here you go, girl. Here you go. They handed me the key. And you think I wasn't going to use it? And I don't give no fucks who mad at me. Because I seen some comments. What's she calling the court for? It ain't her business. It's my business to protect the citizens of America. That's always been my business. So when I heard that an individual had eyes in court, and I know that's against the law, when I heard there was boots on ground and eyes in the court and they was feeding Tay Diggs information, I know that is against the law. I know that is against the law. So what did I do? Well, I did my duty as a United States citizen. You understand what I'm saying? I called the court and told the court that you got a person online saying that they have eyes in the court and boots on the ground. Can you please go and tell the judge that there's people in his courtroom videotaping? Now, I don't know if she was videotaping 100%, but the girl took a whole damn photo, or I don't think she took it. I think the person that sent me the live stream in the first place took a picture of her entering the building. I don't know what this lady was thinking. I don't even know this lady that did this, but there had to be one of the dumbest things ever that she could have done. And then, you know what I'm saying? So she went live saying, I'm at court. And then you had but Tay Diggs is the one that put the icing on the cake. Tay Diggs is the one that kept saying eyes in the court, boots on the ground, eyes in the court, boots on the ground. I had her own voice. I sent the link. I sent 5 clips and the whole link. The judge literally saw Tay Diggs in action. The judge saw Tay Diggs in action. So it wasn't no, oh, if and da da da. No. They saw Tay Diggs in action. Okay. So with that being said, I think that all the supporters on that team, because you know they got that team Latruth, they need to take a class or some shit on court etiquette. Okay. All right. She said she had no idea on what was going on. She even said it. She don't even know, Bree. She was asking. Oh, well, if she don't know what was going on, just okay. So Nahimi, let's say something. So you saying this lady said she don't know what's going on, but guess who's in the court in the audience? Only her, those 2 other people, Briana, Robert, and the lawyers. So make that make sense. It looked like it was Robert and 3 female supporters. It looked messy as fuck. It wasn't no other people there. It wasn't like a whole bunch of people just sitting in court and incognito. No. It looked like Robert pulled up with his messy crew. That's what it looks like. He pulled up with people that was willing to basically get him in trouble, because that's exactly what they did, got him in trouble. Okay? So anyway, and that's why I think that he kind of got frustrated and put the post out that he put out today or whatever, basically saying, I've been telling y'all don't want me to just be great. Leave me alone, basically is what he's saying. Okay? So his supporters literally screwed him. Anyway, so with that being said, I do believe she said she may not have known Bree, but she was sent. Yes, she was sent. I heard that too. She was sent by another supporter. Her name is Joy to something. Joy Summer. I don't know, whatever her name is. But anyway. But it was all Robert supporter generated. It was all around. Yeah, I think it was Joy. What was it, Candy? Joy Online or Joy in the Summer, Joy on the Com or Joy something or whatever. But anyway, but it was all centered around Robert team, Robert supporters. And I say team because he say team. Okay. So anyway, but again, I do believe that things, you know, Hey, baby. She said, Amore Little Ugly even said the judge was crossover lady. Oh, Tay Diggs said she was a crossover lady. Oh, and you know, and let me tell you something. Now they'll be like, oh my God, the judge is just so biased or whatever the case. But what I will say is, she said, why Joy didn't go? I don't know. What was Joy? She said Joy on the short bus. I don't know. I don't even know who the Joy person is, but it's just, this had to be the dumbest thing that they did. Wait a minute, what Candy say? Candy said Joy a dumbass. Girl, and QC said the dumbest. I actually think they all dumbass. I actually think Tay Diggs is dumber. Let's just be honest. Cause she was literally screaming to the top of her lungs, I got ass in the court, y'all. What my name? What my name? What my name? Like, oh my God, lady, do you realize that you was literally, oh my gosh, she literally was like, hey, police, look what I'm doing, police. What she did was so illegal on so many levels. So many levels. She even described the lawyers. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And she even described the location of Briana. She's downstairs in the elevator. Like, girl, are you kidding me? All for a super chat or a view or something, you know? But anyway, that was just crazy. So again, they put those statements out. So I'm assuming that it was a Cora and Justin type thing. And the judge told them to go be great. She didn't entertain that foolishness or whatever. And another thing, you know, judges don't, just because you put a bunch of fluff in your lawsuit or excuse me, in your complaint doesn't mean that the judge is going to read all of it on the day of the court. But trust and believe, judges read that shit days prior to court. So the judge already read everything, just like they did in my case. They read everything. So they already know how they're going to rule when it's all said and done. And now one thing I did hear that Tay girl say, Tabby, I think her name was, I heard her say that the judge said, do y'all want to work it out? Because if y'all don't, then I'm going to have to rule on facts. And when you write a whole bunch of shit accusing somebody of something and you don't have not one motherfucking receipt, those are not facts. That's feelings. Can we put in the drop hashtag facts over feelings? Either facts over feelings or facts not feelings. So can we put that in our chat? Because people in the back need to know that. Facts over feelings all day. You cannot go to court based on your hurt ass feelings or your assumptions or your lies. Facts over feelings. There was no facts given. There was a whole bunch of accusing. Oh, she did this and she the reason for this. She the reason why I can't pay child support, Your Honor. She the reason why I can't work, Your Honor. She the reason why I don't make no money, Your Honor. She the reason why I can't be great, Your Honor. She's the reason why this happened, Your Honor. She's the reason why that happened, Your Honor. She's the reason, 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 Your Honor. Facts over feeling. When I tell you the way this man blamed Briana for every fucking thing with no receipts whatsoever. He had none. He accused her so much shit and did not have no receipts. None. But guess who did have receipts? Guess who did have receipts? Guess who had receipts on I didn't steal your 8.9 million page. And you know I didn't. Guess who had receipts on? We already talked about my damn daddy, the situation with him. Why are you tripping? Right? She had receipts. Hey, listen, Linda, listen, baby. Listen, for those that's in the back. Let me just say this too. It ain't always, let me just put a whole bunch of fluff in a court document to appease social media. You understand what I'm saying? It's not always that. If you got your receipts and you know what you know you didn't do something. You know that you didn't violate this. You know you didn't keep your child from their father. You know you didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't. If you know that you didn't do any of the things that you was accused of doing. You don't need to do 300-page documents. You don't need to respond in a lot of ways. You just need to come to court with a folder with your evidence. Okay, that's it. You ain't got to prove nothing to social media. You don't have to upload it to try to get it all out there. You just come to court with what you need, and that's it. So I don't give a damn how they don't like Bree or whatever. Bree is smarter than him, okay? This man wanted to appease his team. He had been already out here telling them all this goddamn shit, lies after lies after lies. And he wanted it to hold water. He wanted it to hold weight. So he put it in paperwork. Okay? He put it in paperwork. She said, Amore, don't talk too much. I told your ass today you talk too much sometimes. Yeah, you did say that. I ain't saying too much, though. All I'm saying is facts over feelings. Stop thinking that you can just because you put shit in the paperwork that it's going to fly. Okay? All you got to do, and this is just for anybody that's going to court. Don't let someone intimidate you by just filing a bunch of frivolous ass shit, especially when you know that you didn't do what you're being accused of doing. Okay? So don't let nobody intimidate you. Stand on business. Okay? Stand on your business. But anyway, with that said, so we'll just see tomorrow how things played out, how things gonna go, what the judge decided on. But I do believe we're gonna have a bunch of angry birds out here in these social media streets. Okay? I do believe, yes, she says, facts over feelings. We see you, Bree. Bree gone. Bree been gone. Been gone. Okay? Now, yeah, so I think that, today was very interesting, that they would even try something like that. She said, Amore are Lil Ugly them getting in trouble for what they did. When you say Lil Ugly, you mean Tay Diggs. See, I don't even want to call the girl Lil Ugly or whatever. We just gonna call her Tay Diggs over here or whatever, because I think her name Tay, and her ass thought she was digging, and she wasn't digging shit but a hole for him to fall into. Okay, for all of them. She dug the hole for all his supporters to fall into. She dug the motherfucking hole for them to fall into. So anyway, with that said, so we will see tomorrow what's going to go on. But all the screaming, Briana's going to jail. Briana's losing custody. Briana's not a good fit. He's going to walk away with his daughter. He's the better parent, this, that, and the other. All of that is bullshit. And let me just say this. A lot of people can come out here on the internet and dress shit up. And I think content creators, especially if they've been content creators for a long time, they're good at it. But don't believe not even half of the shit that comes out here on the internet that people try to dress up. They want to pretend that they're one way when they're not. Okay. And I'm just saying that to say, I hear a lot of people say, oh, he's the better father because he takes her to these fun things, or he buys her clothes, or does this type of shit. Some people do shit for the internet, but in real life, baby, it ain't that type of party. Okay. All right. She said, thank you, Vanessa. She said, show them how content is done, Amore. They stupid over there. Facts over feelings. Absolutely. Facts over feelings. I heard somebody was like, when I heard that girl over there break down that paperwork, she didn't even tell what was going on. Yes, I did. I told you what was going on. I told you it was a bunch of fluff put in documents, legal documents that wasn't going to go anywhere. I told them that yesterday. Didn't I tell y'all this yesterday? Didn't I tell y'all it wasn't going to go anywhere? I told y'all it wasn't going to go anywhere. And we know how to read through in between the lines. See, they know how to read on the surface. They read on the surface. They saw she kept my child away. They didn't even try to line up the dates the way we did. They didn't even try to say, wait a minute, what does the divorce paperwork say? What does the visitation schedule say? They didn't even do that. They just all of a sudden took in whatever he said because they think he's a truth teller. They think he actually tells the truth. See, we know he don't. We know he don't. Right? We know he don't. We know what he's trying to do and has been trying to do for a very long time. We know that. Okay? But with that said, we lined up the dates. We said, okay, this date, this day. Half of the time that he put in there that, majority of the time that he put in there that I missed my time because, you know, she said I didn't get this day, this day, this day. It wasn't even his time. It wasn't even his time. But they don't do that extra work. They're too busy just trying to make Briana look bad that they don't do the real work. If they was doing the real work, they would have saw that he was claiming time that was not his. But they don't do that. None of them do that. These are the same people that said Briana birthed monkeys, turtles. These are the same people. These are the same people that actually said she didn't have twins. These are the same people that said that if she do come up with a baby, it's because she went to the hospital and stole them. These are the same people. If their followers after today, or should I say tomorrow when everything hits the fans, if they don't see that these bloggers are bullshit, then I don't know what to tell them. I guarantee you a couple of them tomorrow is going to wake up. A couple of them tomorrow is going to say, we have been led astray, because they have. She said, I could tell y'all something very important that Briana has that Robert does not. What is that, sister teacher? I could tell you a few things that she have that Robert don't. And that is self-control. And that is child first. You know, child over drama first. Putting the safety of her child first over drama. You understand what I'm saying? I know a few things that she has that he does not. He has a need to appease people to keep drama going. He says one thing out his mouth and do something else. I'm not about drama. I don't want drama. I'm a peaceful person. But yet you had 3 people to show up and one trying to film what's going on in the courthouse, which is, oh my God, so dumb. But somebody said she has good common sense and brains. And she really do have supporters. She has real supporters and he don't. He have people that just want to, you know, see her fail. He has people that want to see his ex fail. Their goal is to see her fail. She's not going to fail. And I seen somebody in Tay Diggs' chat say, Briana broke. Briana only make $3,000 a month. What? Where they get this from? Briana broke? Are they kidding me? Briana make more than all them content creators over there put together a month. Where did they get off on that she's broke? Huh? I think they just say shit because it just brief well. It sounds good coming out. They're ridiculous to me. That girl is holding it down for hers. She doing what she got to do. She get up and she does her content with no drama. She ain't doing no drama. She ain't over there subbing her ex. Thank you, sister teacher. Sister teacher said, I know what Briana got that he don't. And that is so many people praying for her. And you absolutely right. You absolutely right. And see, your supporters don't have to be loud. I heard Tay Diggs say, where her support at? See, we real supporters over here. No, y'all idiots over there. Just because don't nobody run to the courthouse don't mean that they're not supporters. You better believe that. We stepped for Bree. Okay? Now, and stepped is, oh, we ain't try to, bring him down. No, nobody's trying to bring you down. No one is trying to bring you down. You bring yourself down. Right? But that's right, Briana. And Briana goes to church every Sunday. Every Sunday. Ever since she left that dude, she fell off for a second and she jumped right back on. And I love the fact that her man goes with her and her children. Briana does have people praying for her. She said her prayer warriors are loud. They sure is. They don't pray for him over there because they believe everything he says out his mouth. They believe he's a victim. They believe he didn't do the things that he's been accused of doing. They believe that Briana did all these mean things to him. All Briana was doing was trying to be a damn wife to a non-deserving man, to be honest with you. She said, and Amore, we don't pray on his downfall. Them dummies fast. Them dummies fast and pray on Briana's downfall. That's why she will not fail. Exactly, that part. She won't fail. And for them to even want to try to continue this, y'all, hold on now. Wait a minute. Don't put all your egg ducks in a row right now. It ain't over. Yes, it is. It's over. It is over. Briana will not lose custody. She has not done anything to lose custody. Just because she stirred eggs with a fork versus a spatula, meaning that she's a bad mama? Briana has never been a bad mom. And he knows this. He lived with her. You know? But anyway, again, I'm glad that, that they're about to have egg in their face, right? I'm glad that, they have to sit here and explain yet again, why Briana didn't lose custody. Yet again, why she didn't go to jail. Yet again, why all this bullshit that they claimed was going to happen to her. Tay Diggs said that Briana had 27 contempt charges on her. That's what they tell people. She said anywhere between 25 to 27 contempt charges. That's what Tay Diggs told her audience of 700 people today. That Briana had so much that other people were actually posting that shit. I heard that Briana was going to jail today and blah, 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 blah. What? What? And if Briana had 25 to 27 contempt charges on her, and if Briana walked out without being in contempt, they should feel like a goddamn fool. Don't you think? Don't you think? If Briana, going by her own words, right? If Briana had 25 to 27 contempt charges on her and was able to mother effing dodge every last one of them, and I say dodge, but you know what I'm saying. If she was able to walk out with no contempt, that means she a bad motherfucker, right? Wouldn't that mean that she's a bad mama jamma? Huh? So how they gonna explain that tomorrow? See, what they should brief tomorrow is, damn, she got God on her side, because how in the world did she dodge 27 freaking contempts? And let me just tell you, anybody can do contempt. Oh, contempt, you did this, you did that, you did. Anybody can accuse you of anything. He already lost the other court case with the $7,000. We saw him lose that one. Right? They didn't even blog on that one. They blogged on it before saying that Briana was going to lose. But then when Briana won, they ain't go back and do no follow-up. Right? No, because they don't want to tell their audience that this man will come to the internet and put out a lie. They don't want to say that. Okay? She said, Flavor Flav be so lost, confused, be spitting and sleeting lies and plain wrong. Go lie the sec how you all make up slit. Yeah, she was really making up shit. She really was, no lie. I sat there and listened to some of it, and my mouth flew open because I really don't listen to that lady. My mouth flew open like, oh my God. I could see how these people actually think Briana is going to jail. Some people was in the audience said, I hope she get locked up for 6 months in a mental institution. I think a lot of those bloggers needs to be locked up for 6 months in a mental institution for putting out those lies and bullshit. They may not like the way I get shit out, the way I'm loud, because I'm a loud talker. They may not like that, right? But I ain't gonna come out here and bullshit y'all. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. Right? I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. If I felt like Briana did something that violated, I'd say, oh, Briana is in trouble. Briana fucked up. Right? They mad because that little photo pic, the little shrimp pic, that shit was tossed out, right? The $7,000 thing tossed out. Now all this frivolous ass contempt bullshit. Well, we'll just see tomorrow. Whether, you know what I'm saying? We'll just see tomorrow. She said those folks believe he is God. They believe what the YouTubers, witch doctors say. They believe in voodoo. They wanted her deceased. They fucking demons. God got Briana and she got real prayer warriors. Absolutely. 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 She said, read fruit. Where is it at? Read Fruity message. Where's Fruity message? Oh, Fruity said, one of the loony birds said that she told the judge that she breastfed the babies, the reason she didn't go to jail, but will have to turn herself in at a later date. What? Girl, please tell me you lying. Who said that? Was it a supporter or a content creator or a blogger? Please tell me that's not. Please tell me, girl. Tell me you telling a lie, girl. Please tell me this ain't true. She said she's not lying. We've seen it in the comment. Are you serious? These people are so delusional. Oh my God. That's some sick shit. Let me go back to it. Y'all. Now, this is who we've been fighting with for 3 years. Look at this. Hold on. Look at that. These are the caliber of people. You look at this. Literally. Yes, a bunch of window lickers. I would not sit amongst people that pull shit like this out of their ass for nothing in the world. I wouldn't want to be around them at all. Like, are you crazy? She told the judge that she breastfeed the babies is the reason she didn't go to jail. But she'll have to turn herself in at a later date. Are you kidding me? Do you think the judge would care about somebody needing to breastfeed? Do you think that, oh my God. Anyway, this is crazy. I would have been embarrassed to even type that shit. But I wouldn't even, that shit wouldn't even came to my mind. She said, I saw the statement to Lord Jesus. She said it was one of the supporters. Well, look who the supporter's been sitting up under for months. If you've been sitting up under people that have been lying and, trying to create this narrative that's really not there. They've been trying to create a narrative that Briana is just this off mental patient type person. Now, I will say this. When Briana and Robert first separated, I think Briana went through a lot of emotional shit. But who wouldn't? You just lost your family or your spouse. She went through a lot of emotional roller coaster type shit. And she made some bad decisions. Okay? But as far as wallowing in it, no. And one thing I like about her, if Briana thinks she fucked up, she gonna go get it fixed. She'll go sit herself in counseling. She'll go and say, hey, I'm fucked up. I need some help. My mental is disturbed. And believe it or not, a lot of women will. A lot of women, if they feel like they're not doing things or they might be, need a little help, right? Either they're dealing with too many emotions or they're, whatever the case may be. If they think their mental is off, they're going to go and get help. They're going to say, nah, fuck this. I need some help. Now, some men will, but a lot of men won't. Some men probably will, but not women. Some men won't do it, but women, majority of the time, if they feel that they're off, that they keep going down the same rabbit hole, they're going to go try to get some help. You know what I mean? And losing your family was devastating for her. You know what I'm saying? But God carried her through that shit. And trust, I don't think that she would want it any other way. I saw somebody in the comment today said that she still wanted him. I said, why do these delusional people really think that she still wants this man? What does he have to offer? Why would she want a man that doesn't financially provide for his child and then make up excuses of why he can't? He blamed her for not being able to financially provide for his child, but he can financially provide for his dinners, his outings, his drinks, his strippers. He can financially provide his clothing. You understand what I'm saying? His flights to Dallas. He can financially provide for the things that he wants, but he can't financially provide for his child. And he wanted the judge to believe it was because of her. That's why one thing I like about the law. They can read between the bullshit. You literally thought just because you was able to convince some YouTubers that Briana is the reason why you don't make money. You wanted to try to, just because he was able to convince YouTubers, y'all, YouTubers, that he actually had a bag and lost it because of Briana. They had no receipts of that. This man ain't never came out and showed not one dime of how much he made before the divorce went final. I mean, not final, but before the filing. Not one. They literally looked at Google. You can update Google to say whatever you want it to say. They looked at Google and said, "Oh, it say right here that he's worth $5 million, so he's rich." These are non-researchers. They don't do shit, but just spread lies. Anyway, she said, "Amore, the whole truth of the matter is those folks know Robert be lying. They just don't care. That's how they make their money, by running with the lies." But they lie to their supporters, though, Lampo. They carry his lies to their supporters. But I do believe a few supporters will wake up tomorrow. Not all of them. I think some of them are just gone. They will never come back. The Ninas and the Lindas and some of these people will never revert back. They will always believe the lies. But some people tomorrow, I do believe, will realize that, we've been bamboozled. We've been lied to. We've been tricked. We've been fooled. We've been sitting here thinking that this man really had some motherfucking tea and all he had was some goddamn motor oil. You know what I mean? I do believe that there will be some people tomorrow realize that, goddamn it, we was lied to. Okay. She said, hell, their supporters are dumb as hell for believing them. They should have enough sense to know better. You would think they would have enough sense to know better, but I don't know where these supporters are from. But I just can't believe that they sit here and day after day believe this bullshit. Anyway, Nina says she rocking out to the end. Yep, she gonna rock out to the end, holding on to, okay. But anyway, she said, I think a big clue is when he can't even hold a relationship with his oldest daughter. That speaks volume. He never went hard for Desharia. Momo is just something that keeps him attached to Bree. Yes, Tina Lee, you are absolutely correct. Momo keep him attached to Bree. You know, that's it. He did not, a real father, one that actually is a real father. He's going to father both of his kids, not just the one that's attached to the ex. You know what I mean? He's going to father both of his children, all of his kids. He wouldn't just favor one over the other. Okay. She said, do they even know when the end is? The end is now. And somebody was like, oh, LOUDTalk over there telling them, just wait, y'all. Just wait. LOUDTalk is lying to y'all. Okay. I'm just going to go on and tell you, LOUDTalk, cut it out, girl. Stop it, LOUDTalk. And LOUDTalk, if you got an insider, because she loved to say, my inside source told me, your inside source needs to be fired. Your inside source needs to be fired, okay? You need a new inside source. I'm going to need you to go hire another inside source because your inside source has been failing you. LOUDTalk is over, baby girl, okay? I'm going to be the first to tell you. Be the first to tell you, okay, baby? There is no, listen. There is no, I heard somebody say, she said, I'm telling y'all wait, y'all. Just wait now. Everything don't happen overnight, y'all. Come on, y'all. Just wait. Hold on. She's just rowing your boat. Okay? Gently down the street. Mary. Life is whatever. I think I just put 3 songs together. She rowing your boat. She is rowing your boat. There is no another time. I'm letting you know now. Y'all laughing at me because I put 3 songs together. Hey, Chris said, your ass needs to be locked up for calling and disturbing the court. You will be the reason she will lose everything. Okay, Chris, sit on it then. Hold your breath. Hold your breath right quick, Chris. And put your money where your mouth is. Come back to me in 3 months and tell me the same thing. She will not lose everything. She will not lose nothing. Come back in 3 months, Chris. I'm sorry that y'all thought something was going to happen and it didn't. So sorry, Chris. And no, I don't need to be locked up for calling the court. The person that thought that they was going to stream from the court needs to be locked up. The person that's online yelling, I got eyes in the coat. I got eyes in the coat. I got eyes in the coat and boots on the ground. They need to be locked up. So go be mad at them. Okay, Chris? Bye-bye. See you, baby. Sorry that your feelings are hurt, though. Okay? She said Chris needs to support the wannabe. Okay? Amore, you ain't that definitely what she said, Amore, you ain't that definitely what she was saying. Listen, Latte needs to be locked up for real, thinking that she could do what she did. And you know what? I'm not going to overreach, but I'm going to say this. Her getting in trouble is not off the table. I'm just going to say it like that. And the reason why I say that is because that girl that was in court, they were told that if they can find out that if they are in connection with this drama, then her ass is going to get locked up. And if she get locked up, she's going to say who told her to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? She was told that if we connect you to this drama, you're going to get locked up. The judge is going to find her and lock her ass up. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Anyway. She said the fact that she exposed Bree location while court was going on is foul as fuck. Did she not realize that put Bree in harm's way? They don't care. That girl, Tay Diggs didn't care about nobody. Tay Diggs didn't even care about the girl that was in court. All Tay Diggs cared about was getting that many people in her live. The views. That's it. She was just trying to make a dime. She didn't care about nobody. She didn't care whether or not that person was doing something illegal or not. She didn't care. She didn't care. So again, if Tay Diggs, if she okay with getting that lady in trouble, you know, because I don't think, you know, that they would say something like that, and you know, just to be saying it if they find out that she's connected. It says read Sip and Laugh comment. Okay, hold on. Where you at, Sip and Laugh? I don't see it. Oh, okay. She said read my comment. Okay, hold on. Your comment must be a long way up, baby girl. I don't see it. I don't see your comment. Oh, right here. Harmony Church said today that if Robert wanted to really move on, he has to stop subbing Bree. They knew all along that Bree wasn't speaking on him, but he was always subbing her. Oh, wow. She said that? Well, I mean, hopefully he'll stop subbing her. He has no reason to now, but I hope he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, and because we do support Briana, we're not going to even push, probe, pick, none of that. And another thing, please, if you guys are sending anything to her Instagram or anything about anything, just stop. Briana is really moving on with her family. She don't need to hear about none of this stuff. For real, for real. She don't want to know about it. She don't hear about it. She blocked people. Just please don't send that shit to her, please. But we're going to respect Briana and not do content on their relationship. Their relationship is dead. It's over. It ain't no more Robert and Bree. The only thing it is now is they both co-parent. That's it. The relationship is done. We don't have to break down what happened on year 1, year 2, year 3, no more. That's done. We're done with that. Okay? We're done with that. All right? So the only thing that we would talk about is if something that's worthy talking about of something he did. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't even worthy, we're not even gonna. And we had already kind of moved away from him anyway. You understand what I'm saying? We was focusing on Kevin. We was focusing on Kevin and other things. We done already broke down 15 times how he's, well, 15,000 times how he presents being a narcissist. Okay. Toxic behaviors, the dramas and all that. How many more times do we need to do that? Okay. So, but their relationship is dead. She don't need to relive that no more. Jonelle don't need to hear that shit. Don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me do something right quick. Okay, well, I'm going to say it like this. You know what? I am going to do it. Hold on. I'm going to do it right quick. I'm about to do something. I'm just doing this right quick. So after today, there will not be another thumbnail with Bree and Robert on it unless something big happened. And I mean big, like anything big, major. But there's no reason to put Bree on a thumbnail with him any longer. They are not a couple. They are not a couple. They are done. Bree is moved on, baby. Moved on. You know what I'm saying? So no more Bree and Robert. Their relationship is done. You know what I mean? He tried it. She said if they can stalk Bree from a place, hold on. If they can stalk Bree from a place where law enforcement is heavy, I think that's what you mean, then they can stalk her at her house. That's not safe. She's not safe. These people come from a criminality background. I don't know, again, why they thought that was a great idea to do what they did. I think that was the most dumbest thing ever. She said every single thing Briana said about Robert in the beginning was all facts to the end. Yep, sure was. Sure the hell was. Sure the hell was. Amore, did you know 2K gave you a shout out? No, I didn't. Oh, he got his page back? Did he get his page back? Okay, that's what's up. Did he? If he did, that's what's up. That's what's up. That is what's up. She said, no, but I did not know. I did not know. She said, we already over Little Bill. Yes, we are over Little Bill, baby. No content about them. She said, yeah, he got it back. Okay, good. Good. He got his page back. That's good shit. You know? That right there tell you appeals work. Appeals work. There is a fine example of don't take it laying down. You know what I mean? Fight for whatever it is. That, you know, fight for whatever, fight for what you think is right. You know what I'm saying? Fight for what you think is right. She said, I know. Hold on. She says, Harmony want to keep blogging on Breed to low key get RH locked up for being in contempt. They don't like him anyway. Well, but she made a point. If he subs her, if he throws subs at her, then they're going to think it's okay. They're going to think it's okay if he sub her, you know? But hopefully he won't. I honestly believe that he will, only because I just kind of know his kind, but I don't think so. She said, Amore, she doesn't look like Tay Diggs. She looks like Flavor Flav little sister. Yeah, I know. Tay, only reason why I call her Tay Diggs is because her name is Tay. You know what I mean? She says, oh boy, I'm sure the RH supporters hated to hear that shout out. Oh, now I don't think, I mean, they probably, it don't matter, child. They hate to hear anything. They hate to know Bree didn't go to jail. She said, see, he didn't need us, no way. She said, my mom passed when I was 5. I battled with cancer. I'm real father game and drop it low. That's the content. She said, Harmony definitely threw shade at him today. I was on her bushes for the first time. Harmony knows those dummies want to hear it, so she's going to make her money. But the reason why they want to hear it is because I think they were really believing the bullshit. I would challenge Harmony Church. I would challenge her to actually, everything that he put in those paperwork, I would challenge her to ask for receipts. I would challenge her to ask for receipts and then come back and do a video and say whether or not it was legit or not. I would challenge her to ask for receipts for the 8.9 million page. Ask for receipts. Stopping me from going to visit my child at school. Ask for receipts. Keeping my child away from me, not giving me my visitation. Ask for receipts. Not allowing me to talk to my daughter at home. Ask for receipts. I would challenge her to ask for receipts. Not discussing with my now ex situation about my daddy years ago. Ask for receipts. Ask for receipts. I'm trying to think what the other claim was. But ask for receipts, you know? But anyway, the supporters have to be ready to move on too, but they are so stuck. It's not good to be complacent. Yep. They really wanted to just ruin a young girl. And, you know, I heard Tabby say on her live stream that, I think she said this on her live stream, or somebody must have told me, but said that she said Briana's really pretty in real life. What did they really think? Did they really think she was ugly in real life? Like, I'm trying to figure out, you know, and it's almost like, because I have heard him say things like people have to wear filters and this, that, and the other. Did they really think Brie was ugly in real life? Like, did they think that? It was like, oh, wow, she's really a pretty girl. Like, did you really think that she was ugly? I'm literally trying to figure this out. She said, yeah, they thought she was ugly. Why? Why? Why did they think that she was ugly? That's crazy to me. She said, does this mean that Momo doesn't have to work every other weekend anymore? We will find that out tomorrow. We will find that out tomorrow. We will find that out tomorrow. And y'all know I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to read the black and white, okay? She said, I think they are scared to move on because this story is too familiar and easy to speak on. They should step out on faith and move on. Now, Tammy B, I agree with you because it is easy to speak on because you've been in it for so long. So I agree with you. And I'm going to challenge my own ass to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could speak on other stories, but this is an easy story is what it, you know, so what you said is absolutely true. But I'm going to challenge myself as well. She said, Harmony already said herself, Bree brings her money. She will not stop. None of these women want their daughters with a man like him or even for themselves. It's sad that they hate a young mother like that over her truth. Exactly. They really don't know the guy that they're supporting. That's the thing. They only know. Anyway, child, bye. We ain't got time to go back down there. She said, More, it was so noble and highly respected when you asked everyone to support 2K. Hats off to you. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Yeah. You know, I ain't never hate. Listen. One thing I will say about me, y'all ain't never heard me come out here ever and say I hated anybody because I don't hate nobody. I don't take this shit personal like that. I don't hate nobody. Now, I've had people say they hate me. Somebody just said the other day, I hate her. That's deep, and that, in my opinion, that's a psychological imbalance. That person really needs to go and get some help because to hate somebody that you don't know is absolutely crazy. I don't hate nobody on this internet. And just because you don't hate nobody, you cannot deal with them don't mean you have to hate them. I don't hate nobody. Y'all ain't never heard me say I hate Latruth because I don't. I don't hate nobody. You know? And I don't even wish bad on Latruth. I hope Latruth can carry on, right? If he's with this new girl in his life, I hope that he can carry on and be great to whoever, whether it's this new girl or whoever. I hope he can be great. Only thing that we've ever wanted was him to leave Briana alone. Stop coming out here trying to sub and tell these lies to get people to come after her. That's all we ever wanted, was for him to stop doing that. Stop coming out here and saying these things and then get these people blogging about her like as if she's some monster, and she's not. That's all we ever wanted. We don't hate him. We never hated him. You know? We just wanted him to come out here and stop acting like Bree wasn't good to you, because she was. And it's evident. Look what's going on in his life. You know? But we'll find out again tomorrow, everything, you know? It is what it is. I seen Bree without a filter that they really think Bree ugly. She uses filter pretty with the filter without a filter. She said, Amore, I sent you something in my email or my messenger. Let me see. They just want her to be ugly. Like, ooh, let me go back and show you a picture from when she was 15. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Who sent me something? Let me see. All right, let me hear. Let's listen.
And so, Robert, I'm going to say this because y'all know I keep it real. I keep it honest. I like you. I think you've handled some things way better than Briana has. But this whole let's move on thing is only gonna work if you actually move on and stay off. Stay off the teeter-totter. Is that what they call it? Like if you're really trying to let go and move on, that means no subliminals, no halfway shady posts, no nothing, none of that. Because the moment you do one of those things, guess what? You've just opened the door right back up. I think that's where a lot of these influencers getting messed up. They don't really want it to stop. They just want it to be under their control on how they want the information to come across or come out. But see, the difference is this. The internet don't work like court. You can't just file a motion to have people's opinions, quiet, suppressed, don't say nothing. That ain't how this works. See me, I got my own set of rules. I'm not tagging you unless you're part of a conversation. And I want you to see it. But if it's public, it's fair game. And that's why I can sleep at night. Because I ain't running around lying on folks. I'm not running around calling folks all out their name or doing any of that. I'm just talking about what's right here in front of everybody. And while
I agree with her on some things, and I don't agree with her on some things. But I agree with her on some things. But I will say this: what Harmony Church don't think about the fact that she says she could sleep good at night by blogging on Briana on her every move, because that's what she does. She comes out here and it doesn't matter. Briana can have a eyelash that's out of place and they come out and do these lives on it and try to make her look like the worst person ever, right? They do videos on Briana for stupid shit. Briana don't have nothing going on in her life to have a video done on her every day. She just does not. You understand what I'm saying? They just make up shit to do on Briana just because it brings in money. Robert nor Briana does anything every day to be blogged about every day. They ain't got shit going on in their lives like that to be blogged about every day. They do not. I'm sorry, they do not. So with that being said, the reason why she blogs on Briana is for money, and ain't nothing wrong with that, because that's all we blog. We blog for money. That's our jobs. We blog for money. But they just think of anything. Oh, she sneezed wrong. And a majority of the stuff that they say, now I will say this, I don't really know what Harmony Church be saying, but I do know some of them be saying things like, oh, Jonel's not into her. Jonel don't want to be a father. Jonel don't love his kids. Jonel don't love her. They ain't together. They are together. She's evicted. She's not evicted. They live together. They don't live together. They do this. They do that. It's like they keep chasing a rabbit hole. Briana and Jonel are a couple. They are together. They are co-parenting their children they together. They are a couple. They are a couple. They are a family. And people be like, oh, Jonel mom don't like her. Yes, she does. Stop. They are a family. So, and then they say, oh, we trying to protect her. No, you're not. Stop that. We're trying to protect Briana bullshit. As if y'all ain't never been in relationships that y'all had shit going on. I heard somebody say, if she just left Jonel and apologized to her husband, we'll leave her alone. He's no longer her husband, and that shit is old and done. And she don't owe y'all shit. And y'all ain't getting shit. So you're going to basically die worried about or waiting on that damn apology. That's what's going to happen. They literally going to die waiting on her to, and it's so funny to me. They claim they want her to leave Jonel. The thing about it is, y'all support Robert. Why would y'all care who she's with? Y'all support Robert. Go over there and worry about why he mistreated the damn girl the way he did. Valencia. Go over there and be a supporter to Valencia. She needs y'all. Go over there and support her. You know? She said she don't go around calling people names. Yep, because she do call her Lionia, and Lionia is calling her out her name. So she's a liar for saying that. I don't go around calling people out their name. Yes, you do. Lionia is not her goddamn name. And the thing about it is, Harmony would be mad as fuck if Briana blogged about her every single day. Every single day, just thought of things to say about her because she can go back through 100 of her videos and blog about her every day. I can. If I blogged about Harmony Church every day, she'll be mad as fuck. She'll be trying to go take me to court. If I literally went and broke down her videos, 100 of her videos, 100 days straight, she'll be mad as hell. No one likes the flashlight on their life every single day. And that's what she does. Briana ain't out here acting goofy and shit like that. Briana come out here, she play with her children, she do a video, and she done. She talked to her supporters, and she done. You know what I mean? No one likes to be, they rather say things about you, but they don't want you to say things about them. You know? Exactly. They can't handle it. She said they can't handle it, but they will reap. Yeah, they can't handle it. They would not be able to handle it. Not one of them. Not one of them would be able to handle the spotlight being on them. Not one. Not one of them. And then putting their kids on thumbnails and, you know, saying things about somebody's parenthood and shit like that or whatever. They do that to appease Robert. That's what they do. They try to tear a woman down from her motherhood. That's probably one of the quickest way to try to tear a woman down. Tell her that she's not a good mom. And they think telling her she's not a good mom is going to convince her that she's not a good mother. You can't convince somebody that's a good mom that they're not a good mother. And good mama don't mean perfect mom. And that's what people need to understand. Bree ain't never said she was perfect, but Bree love her children. They want her to unlove her kids so bad. She doesn't love her children. She don't love them. You know? She said, I know life hits different when you get a taste of your own medicine. Exactly, that part. She said she calls Bree names 1,000 times a week. Bree said her name once and she lost it. She couldn't deal with one live strictly about her. Yep. She did. And you are absolutely right, Kathleen. She lost it. She lost it. She literally lost it and tried to give the girl a cease and desist. Can you imagine you blogging on somebody every fucking day? They say your name one time and you turn around, keep my name out your mouth. That had to be the buttholest shit I've ever heard. Keep my name out your mouth, but let me talk about you because you got 3 million followers. You went through hell, and I want you to continue going through hell. Now, what I don't understand from one woman to another, right? They would have came out here and asked the people. They would have said, "Can y'all please let me grieve? Let me grieve my divorce. Let me grieve my loss. Let me grieve it. Let me grieve my loss. You know, let me grieve this right quick. You know, they would have said that. Let me grieve my loss. But they didn't let her grieve hers. They're like, fuck that. We want to destroy you. We want to destroy you. You know, she said all of them would lose their minds if someone did them the way they done Bree for almost 3 years. Yep. That is true. Her and Lupac, I heard Lupac's daughter call Harmony Church auntie. Yeah, that don't mean anything. But anyway, she said all of them would lose their mind if someone did. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Bree begged them to leave her alone, apologized for bringing any of this to the internet, and they went harder. Yep, they did. She said, and they still trying to destroy her, but they can't destroy her. That's the thing. They cannot destroy her. I promise y'all they can't. And it's not because she's, you know, God love her more than anybody else in the world. It's just that Bree ain't out here trying to be no messy boo. Bree ain't out here messing with nobody. You would think they would be like, you know what? Bree ain't messing with this man. But and I know they got to know that the things that this man say is not true. You know, she can like Robert all she wants to. Everybody deserves to be liked. She can like him, but liking him don't mean that you gotta try to tear his wife down. Ex-wife, I'm sorry. Baby mama. Let's just say baby mama down. She says they don't care that she's 6 months postpartum. God gonna have his way with them. Exactly. And that's another thing. After you have a baby, you be going through all type of emotions and shit. They don't care. They don't care. But anyway, again, tomorrow, y'all, we are going to, bring y'all whatever the documents say. Let me look and see if they updated yet. They probably haven't. It's late at night. It's not going to update right now. There's no way. The clerk or whatever. Hold on. They probably went home before they even before they finalized everything. Good night, sister teacher. Appreciate you, babe. Good night. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, let me see. Oh, so okay. Let me see. You said go where? All right, hold on. Let's see. Wait, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Oh my God, girl, you so damn crazy. You so damn crazy, girl. You so crazy. So hold on. So no court update. I just checked. There's no court update. Y'all, this shit is funny. I will say something though. She said, welcome to level 2, Kim. Thank you, Kim, for upgrading to level 2. She had his supporters believing that they really had the power to get her back at Best Buy. They wanted her back at Best Buy. No updates. Okay. I'm just reading. She said, I hate her pregnancy was not enjoyable as it should have been. Yeah, she went through a lot, but she all right. Should be all right. Glad it definitely coming to an end. Yes. The boots on the ground. You reminded me of Tay Diggs. I got boots on the ground. I got eyes in the court. OMG. Trust me, we saw through the BS, but you couldn't speak on it unless you were outed as an op. I'm glad that y'all seen through the BS, but a lot of them, like you said, they would rather just continue to see the BS. You know what I'm saying? Baby, it was BS. I'm trying to tell you, it was BS, baby. It was BS. It wasn't that serious. You know, when I be hearing things like, she ruined his life, she took everything from him. Man, let me tell you something. All they did was got a divorce. If she, and then this right here should let people really know what's what, right? If she took everything from him, don't you think that any of that shit would have been in the divorce? You know, don't you think they would have been dividing assets in the divorce? They didn't divide shit because they didn't have shit. And that's just the sad reality. The sad reality is the reason why they didn't divide assets, because they had no assets. They had nothing. We saw at the divorce what he said he made a month. I think he said 15,000. I think she said 10 or 12 or something like that. So if he was this millionaire, wouldn't we have seen that? When they say she took everything from him, what is everything? People don't know how to take just 1 second and stop and think. Like, damn, what did you have? Because it don't say that you had anything here. He didn't have anything. She didn't have anything. You know? So anyway, she said, Kathleen, well, their followers can hang that up because they're obsessed with Bree and she brings them the bag, so they ain't stopping. She's the motion without doing anything. She said they blocked her whole pregnancy. Yeah, they did. And the pregnancy didn't have nothing to do with him. And it's so funny because they wanted Deshaun to be such a bad father, co-parent, and they wanted Janelle to not want his children. They wanted Janelle to actually be a deadbeat. And it's just funny to me that they really wanted Janelle to not take care of his responsibility when you got a whole man over here not taking care of his financial responsibility. But he can come out here and tell people, oh, I'm not taking care of my responsibility because of her. And they think that's okay. They literally covered up the fact that this man don't take care of Desharia, nor does he take care of Momo financially, y'all. Financially. Okay. Financially. You know? But to sit here and be like, I think they actually praised it. They were like, thinking that he shouldn't pay nothing. And the ones that said that, it's just because their baby fathers don't pay shit. They don't take care of their babies. So that's why they was okay with him not taking care of his. It's okay that you don't give her no money for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. Most women will go apeshit crazy if they baby daddy is not taking care of financial responsibility. But these supporters that he had, they're like, oh yeah, keep not taking care of your child. Fuck your oldest daughter. Fuck Bree. Let her figure it out on her own. They were happy. They were happy. But I bet you that his supporters enable him to get himself in trouble. You know what I mean? She says they don't want her to get child support since none of them get it. Jealousy. Well, anyway, I'm about to get off. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm sure as soon as it hit the books, we will be talking about it. Okay. We will be talking about it. But y'all don't believe the people that say it ain't over yet and that it takes time, because Lupac said, hold on, let me let y'all hear a little bit. She said, I'm telling y'all, it takes time to win custody of your child. Lupac, stop telling these people these lies. Just stop, Lupac, please. Lupac, stop, girl. Just stop, Lupac. Your inside source is not sourcing, okay? Listen, y'all, hold on. I was told she always with that shit. Hold on.
Now, in trouble for that. I was told that RH almost got in trouble for that, y'all. Like, that's effed up. To the point where they made him start removing stuff, like he had to give up his glasses, his phone, all of that because of that situation. And you know that.
Well, because he shouldn't have had them in court in the first place. That should have been their business. He should have told them, don't come to court. So that's his fault. That's his fault. He had them all up in his personal ass business like that, but yet gonna put in the in the court paperwork that she was involving people in their business. Okay? You know? But let's hear the part where she said, hold on, y'all. Just wait, y'all. Just wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. It ain't over yet, y'all. Hold on.
At that time, this man was submitting contempt since March. And hold on, what's the music? What is? I bet money. The fact that
wait a minute. Let's hear the person say they bet money. What?
There's no way.
Hold on. Listen, y'all. Listen to this.
Hey, I bet money.
Hey, can y'all hear this? Y'all tell me. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I want y'all to hear this part. Cause she said she bet money. I want to bet with her. I got a couple of dollars that I would love to wage. Can y'all hear this? Y'all can? Okay, listen to this.
It's a court. I bet there's no way they handled everything today.
no.
There's no way. And I cannot believe that people are acting like this is the end. Come on, y'all.
Posting on social media by 12 noon. That post was sent to me at 12 noon.
And you got to remember, an hour and a half.
That's what I'm about to say. That whole episode that happened in court, that took up most of the time. Like, come on now. Make sense. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be coming back like, huh, you was right. I'm telling y'all, I know this. I know how it go. I know how it works. Telling y'all. Ain't no way. Logically, realistically, it's no way. It's no way. Don't do RH like that. Don't do our boy like that.
Right.
Like, give him a little hope. Like, just a little hope. Because there's no way people go through all that trouble just to give her what she wants and then he still be affected later on. Like, come on now.
Y'all hear these words, right? Y'all hear these words, right? Y'all hear what she's saying, right? Listen.
It's not gonna happen.
I love it.
Anyways, what we looking like on the lights before I get into
Y'all, this is hilarious. I would love to break this video down. I ain't gonna break it down today. I would love to break this video down, baby. I would love to break this video down. She said, oh my God. She said, I can bet money. And then the other one said, I'm telling y'all, everything don't happen in just no one day. Hold on. I got to hear a little bit more. Hold on.
this up. We got 947 in the building. We should have at least 800 on the light.
Hold on.
The lady get caught up recording and all that stuff or whatever. We would be good right now. Like, we would be good right now. Okay? Like,
so she said if the lady didn't get caught recording, that they would be good. Y'all, let me get off this thing. Hey, let me get off this damn live. Let me get off this live. I've been on for 2 hours. I'm about to go. Let me listen to one more minute, though. One more minute.
I really feel like this is right. Had that not happened or whatever, that caused a big ruckus and confusion in the court to where the judge was hit. The judge was hit. And I was told that the judge started being rude to the people that was in the courtroom to the point where, you know, they got blamed for recording and it wasn't them, to the point where they just was like, we just gonna leave. Like that. That's how bad it had got at that point. And I don't blame them.
They shouldn't have never been there, Lou Pop. They were the only three audience. They were the only three guests in court. It didn't look good, okay? I'm just letting you know. His three supporters was the only people in court outside of the people that were supposed to be there. Meaning it wasn't no other visitor, y'all. It wasn't no other public figure, not public figure, but nobody in court but them three women. That's it, y'all. Three women and the motherfucking judge, the clerks and the bailiff and the lawyers and them. That's it.
I don't blame them because, you know, that's court. Like that's a serious situation and you don't want to get caught up with something. That's just something you don't have nothing to do with it. It's not.
Well, you should have told Tay Diggs to shut the fuck up. Blame Tay Diggs. They gonna blame me and I don't give a damn. Blame me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
At the end of the day. Especially when you just going to show your support or whatever. And then boom, this happened. Another thing too, before y'all, before the people that was there out of support left, I was told that LaOnya's lawyer asked the sheriff or one of the people in there if they could escort her because she was scared for her life. That's what I was told, y'all. Like,
but even if she did say that, she went to court by herself, and there's these 3 people that she don't even know there, you know. And if she did, you know what? I would have asked to be escorted if I walked in court by myself. And I see 3 black women that I've never seen before, don't know who they are. Yes, I would ask for someone. I would ask the bailiff to walk me out too. She don't know these people. These people didn't say they gonna slap her in her face, spit in her face, do this, do that. She just trying to co-parent with her baby daddy. So I would have asked the bailiff to walk me out too. Ain't nobody trying to be unalived by some crazy ass supporters. I would have asked to be walked out too.
I know you lying. The way this girl be messing with people and talking all that is online, not knowing who's gonna go upside her head. Like,
see, y'all hear this? Why would they want to go upside her head? What did she do to these people? What did she ever do to these people? Huh?
What she asked for again, Pop? What she asked for again?
Somebody to escort her because she was afraid for her life. That's what her lawyer said. So, child, I'm like, I know you lying. I know. Like, yeah, because they had, you know, people in the courtroom, of course, a few ladies, and not.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I can't see Bree asking for that, but I can see her lawyer asking for it, especially if her lawyer knows she's by herself. And especially if her lawyers see that these people is bold enough to try to record in the court. You know what I mean? She don't know these people. She ain't never seen these people before. You know what I mean?
Which one of our supporters might have a little issue and want to take a fade, right? So
well, anyway, that's all I'm gonna listen to right now. I'm gonna listen to the rest later. But listen, they laughing today. Let's see who will be laughing tomorrow. I love y'all. Thank y'all so very much for coming through for the support. I would definitely put you guys on a support wall, but let me just, I think I left off with, because I think I pretty much called them all out. Inga, Cynthia, Vanessa, Trivy, Joyce, Tisha, Deborah, Lakeisha, let me see, Angela, Joanne, Kamel. Thank you guys so much. Kim, thanks for the membership. Listen, I'm going to put y'all on my board like I've been doing. Thank y'all for coming through. I do have a video that I am releasing. Don't have nothing to do with this though. But y'all please make sure y'all check out my video. I will release it. And yeah, we done for the night, but we'll be back tomorrow, okay? I promise y'all that. So anyway, clear your calendars because I think you might, you might want to pull up. All right. She said, what does she do online? She ain't do nothing, J-Lou. But anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Hit that thumbs up. Bye, y'all.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.